Hello there. I'm playing yet another mix match with Chorus. This is my last match of the second group phase. I don't know how this tournament works. Then there's maybe a bracket. I don't know if I get into the bracket or not. I guess I tied the other two people, so maybe if I win a lot of games now, maybe that's good for my chances. I'm sure it must be, right? But I don't know what's going on with this tournament. So, but we get to play Mixed Kingdoms, which I like. My intro to every one of these videos is the same, where I say this nonsense about the format. The board is very, very hand mixy. You're gonna want some trashing though, because the trashing is, one card at a time. Church looks reasonable. Church research looks probably reasonable. Church maybe is a little nicer. You can just set aside a state. And then eventually you're just like Festival Menagerie, maybe some minions. I don't really think. I guess the alternative thing here to try is like a stables deck that does tunnels, but I'm not super thrilled with that as a concept, I don't think. It's certainly possible for that deck to like outrace. I don't know. It's easier to fit the gains into the Menagerie minion stuff since Festival is a little nicer there then. So that does help with the gains for sure. Womp womp womp. So a bit sad. Maybe more than a bit sad. They also miss. I guess their miss is a little nicer than my miss. Though, they could have done what I did too, alternatively. Anyway, we both missed the churches on turn 3, so that's not no super huge advantage for anybody. I guess we go like copper church, save a state. This gives us the biggest hand size the next turn. I mean, it should give us a good shot of a festival. And if not, we just delay another turn with the next church play. Mill, of course, is good here for either deck. I mean, I really don't think anyone's going to do the stables tunnel stuff, but it'd be interesting to see it done anyway. If it, okay. If they didn't have a save, so there wasn't like they can't do this quite this. They didn't have as big of a hand, and then to have the money. So we'll see if this works out to any sort of advantage in the end, or what. But they buy minion, which I'm not especially a fan of, as the first 5. Well, okay. I mean, that's probably all right. If we found the lighthouse here, it would look pretty especially bad, I think. But, well, not. It's fine. It's fine. I could do. I guess I just take a 5 here while I have 5. It's not trivial again. So I was saying festival, but maybe it is minion. We'll just stick to our guns, so to speak. we found the lighthouse, we'd be in a spot. We'd be in quite a spot. I don't know that we're gonna be in quite a nice spot. Oh, I don't know. I mean, they may not attack or anything. So, all right, they're gonna get a lighthouse. Seems, perfectly reasonable to me. Guess we just set aside and buy a lighthouse here. Lighthouse is pretty good money, and I think you really would. Well, it's not totally clear that you need to avoid being attacked by minion, but I think it's like decent money for the deck too, and like on those kinds of turns, I think it makes sense to buy it. We gotta start trashing some of the coppers, because otherwise the menageries don't run so well. So you can also church aside coppers, and that'll sometimes free up hands. We have 7-9. We really don't need 9. 8 is probably fine. I guess it depends. Well, after we trash, we wouldn't have room for a set aside anyway, so. We could just spend 7. Like, we could go like Mill Shantytown or Mill Menagerie. Probably Menagerie is just a lot better. What if we do this? This is what the kind of thing I was talking about with the Menagerie, though we may get attacked here. But otherwise, we have a pretty nice little setup. Okay, we didn't get attacked. They even drawn their minion. They must have played it at some point. Okay, they played it here. So you can do this, which is a cool way to get the Menagerie activated this turn. Of course, this isn't like the most exciting draw of all time. We can do save. I guess we could do 2 different things. We can save the church and buy a menagerie. Probably what we want to do. We didn't find Lighthouse again, which is a little unfortunate, but whatever. We can just play the church. Well, we don't need to do that. The discard didn't really matter. I mean, we could have discarded church and then whatever, bought a 5. Maybe we do that. I'm trying to think, what's the save? Like the alternative. Yeah, I kind of like buying the menagerie. We are having a bit of a sadness as far as the lighthouse draws. So be it. Get a festival, okay. I mean, we can do one gives us a better shot of activating twice, so let's try for that. Okay, we're still good on that front. Let's just do this. We could do a third one. I mean, if we're drawing 3 cards, we probably have enough money anyway. I mean, like, all we're probably likely to do here is buy a 5. I'm not totally crazy to set all aside. So there is some chance, I guess, of hitting 9. What do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 3. What do we got in here? It's like a bunch of coppers and lighthouses. We're gonna fail to find lighthouses again, but whatever. And maybe we set them all aside. I mean, the only other like upside, we have 5. We can get to 8, which would be pretty nice actually. Let's just do the 2. This is sort of annoying. I mean, we cannot play one later. Really, the attack is not a big deal. I wouldn't say. Although it would have helped here. We're getting... This is... I guess this isn't that unlikely, but it is pretty unfortunate. We could have done festival. We could have played 1 lighthouse and gone mill menagerie, which would have been a little more robust towards not having this kind of thing happen. What can you do? Any of church or mill, you know, I mean, you all know. You know there were outs for activation, but... But we did not find them. There were even outs off the draw. We could find mill into menagerie, but this doesn't quite do it. I really just need... It is a pretty big deal that we found a church. That's the most we can have. If we don't play, we're gonna play a church, but if we didn't, we'd have 4, 6, 9. Okay. Otherwise 5 looks about as good as we really can hope or need. That was pretty sad. I mean, there's a world where that hand gets up to quite a bit more money, but... Now they're pretty solidly ahead. They should get to 10 here. But we'll keep pushing on the festivals. It's nice to have the... At least stay competitive with the gains, I think. I mean, there is a world where we get 2 buys out of this turn easily, but oh well. They may go Minion Festival. The Wolf Festival they could do, but it's a little greedy. Like, they don't actually have the draw for that. I mean, they could get through the deck with stacked kind of draws, but yeah. Okay. I don't know what the copper count is at now. I almost fast clicked the menagerie there, which would have been incredibly stupid. But we managed to avoid it in a miraculous turn of events. We get to 5 festivals, so the games are going to be even. Though unfortunately that probably doesn't matter a whole lot here. They could go like Mill Menagerie, Mill Menagerie something looks kind of nice. Mill Menagerie looks pretty nice. They probably still stay around the double province just fine. They could go Province Menagerie too. It's probably pretty good. Those buys look nice to me too as well. Without counting anything out, I mean, there's some like future calculation you can do to try and figure out exactly what you want, but this is the mill, so there's not really any particular advantage to drawing it. Unfortunately, I don't even know if this really gets me to 16. Probably not. Maybe it does. I mean, the issue is if the mills are bottom deck, then I can't quite actually max out the money. That's one of the issues anyway. It still feels like they're a little low on the draw, which means there's some chance of like bad, not like dud, but like partial. This so far hasn't happened, but I wouldn't expect a full on dud, but like maybe they don't get through the deck or produce as much money as they can. The decks aren't like super good at holding green. Depends a lot on how many mills you have. Actually, it just depends mostly on like your draws. You can hold a little bit of green, but not a huge amount. It's mostly on sequence of when stuff shows up in your hand. Because no one's going to have so many mills or churches that it's like free. They don't have to double either. Like, I don't know if this parity works out in their favor. They don't have triple. At $13, if I trash a copper and I play both mills, then I do hit 16. We better trash a copper. Think that is accurate. Because like then if I double, they're not going to counter double. They're not tripling, so they can't even single. So then they got to take some number of duchies and stuff, and then it gets a little bit scarier potentially. I guess we just leave the church out. Or we couldn't save it. Well, let me think. So what's worse? Or what's best, rather? Does 17 ever do anything for me? Like 18 would do a little bit for me, but 17 doesn't. 17 doesn't do a whole lot. Let's just save a church. Guess I'm gonna do it like this. It might have been better to save the church rather than set aside the copper, because we probably are going to need to set aside provinces to get the activation. I mean, how many duchies can Chorus get here? Like if Chorus probably saving the church would have been better. Hopefully it doesn't get me, though it could easily get me here. Because the issue is, like, if I double again, then I'm in a really good spot, so I just needed to be there for that, and that would probably mean leaving the church. Goodbye, church. What are they gonna do? Can they get enough duchies that my double isn't safe? I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway, because, you know, I just probably have to, but if they take like 4 duchies or something, then that's definitely a possible dud. They may sprinkle in some number of mills or something. Not sure. I do feel like they're, well, I don't know. I was gonna say that they've been fortunate in the draw, but like to get all this in play with, but they have a couple menageries, so it's not that ridiculous. I think in my mind they only had 1 menagerie. Maybe they'll just buy a province. That would be kind of them. I guess I could add more minions and maybe they still have enough threat to do, I don't know, double duchy, estate, province. I mean, that seems plausible. You could also do mills, which are a little more, like you could go mill, menagerie, menagerie. And then you don't have to do the, I just don't even know how they get so much money. They just are playing all the mills for cash and the minions too, almost. It's very strange to me. Okay, so they go mill, not their buy. I said I'm just like surprised they have as much money. Probably about to get burned. Okay, we're not. Okay, so we're not. Didn't get burned yet. Might be happening now. Okay, did happen now. They don't have triple still. So I can muck around with these. Duchies as well. Three duchies loses to triple duchy, double mill. So that's not so good. Maybe it may be just a province and prey situation. I have to think about what the like range of outcomes are. Well, I guess triple duchy double mill does cost a lot of money. So there is that. That does cost a lot of money. If I go like triple duchy and they do, I don't know, double province or something like that, they could get double province duchy even. I can probably catch double province, but only if I draw good. Interesting. Tunnels are also a possibility. They're a little more point efficient than the touchies, I guess, right? I do have a lot of buys, so that's, I guess, something to think about. Just don't have, unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of anything. Like, what does a whiff look like for them in a way that's favorable to me also? Like, if I triple duchy and they don't have a very good turn, I'm kind of bored thinking about this. To be honest, I think there were options, but it was too much counting. My fear is that I put myself in a spot where even if they dud, I'm not like winning. Though they're gonna like triple tunnel or something. Depends a bit on my turn. Like how duddy they are versus my turn is a bit of a question. because there are still going to be quite a few points left on the board, kind of no matter what happens. If we aren't to the point of being able to empty stuff. Maybe I should have gone duchy, set aside estate. That's possible. I think there was some angle. I would rather talk about what I could have done afterwards and have the game be moving on than have to sit here and do this before I make the decision, and then I'm just wasting everyone's time. They do stop a little bit. I'm not really very likely to double, but again, their deck gets a little messier all the time. There's still a situation where if I don't have, I may not be going anywhere, to be honest, so. Well then. Hopefully they don't double, because that's going to be a problem. So we just set these. We're not gonna. I know what to do here. I think I know what to do. And we need them to not double, of course, so that seems pretty likely. Just they did play 2 of the minions, but they've got the menageries down in here. So I think I save the church and buy a duchy. Nothing defends against double province, so it's not really a big deal to try and, there's no value in playing around it. If they have a sufficiently bad hand here, which doesn't look to be happening, I don't know, they could still fail to hit 16, but this is dangerously close to it. This is probably it already, unfortunately. I mean, well, they didn't just quick discard, so. Wasn't that already? Well, whatever. All right. Not sure. There's a turn or two early on that I got a little bit sadness from, but I didn't feel super bad about the play. And obviously I think what they did was perfectly good too. All right. Let's roll another. It was more like, see, the last one was hand mix, but there weren't any terminals. So now we roll, I think there weren't any terminals. Now we've rolled no terminals. So we're going to have 50% boards, no terminals. Okay, so there's not really any way the horse tricks. I mean, there's no particular gaining. This board kind of sucks. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's like every no terminals board in that you can do something, but you can play actions. Or is it even supposed to be possible to get? I guess you just let colonies be random. I don't know what the rules are. There's a loan, so I guess that makes it fair play and peddler. So it's true. Steels can be a terminal. Guess all my dreams are ended. I guess what I said is not true, and I'm a failure. Okay, I don't know what to buy. Everything's kind of bad. Actually, everything's just kind of fine. Nothing's bad. You can open with a goat herd, I guess, but open double goat herd. I mean, eventually you just want to have platinum and like some amount of advisors and seers. I guess you could try to do alchemist. It's fine. Alchemist is fine. I don't really know why I'm opening Ducat. Seems a little questionable, but should we get another goat herd? They didn't play. That's lame. Actually, I mean, it's not that lame. It's fine. Probably get a seer. I would expect a seer by right on schedule. Do I want to counterfeit? I already have trashed 1 copper and I have 2 things. So there's definitely something where things means goat herd. Goat things. 2 goat things, and I already trashed a copper, so it's not like counterfeit is critical. Unless you really want to do commerce stuff, I guess. Then it might be good. You're like, I really need to do commerce stuff more than anything else I've ever needed before in my life. Then you might feel some way about this stuff. Okay, I guess I'll just keep buying the patricians. Man, where's the seer? It's oh well, they're gonna play. They're gonna trash a card, so we're still gonna get to draw it. We may be able to go like peddler gold on a 5. That's not crazy. It gets us I guess. Well, the patricians will probably be gone. I was gonna say there's some world where we have $7. Maybe not a super likely world, but $7 you go patrician peddler commerce, though 2 gold isn't like obviously that good. It's probably fine. Guess I'll trash a card. Let's just draw everything. So we're gonna have you have 7. We can do the thing. We wouldn't trash here, but we could do it. It's not totally clear to me that it's good, though 3 patricians with some golds in the deck is pretty attractive, and with peddlers, it certainly seems okay. Let's do it. We're gonna need more buy eventually. Oh wait. I don't have infinite buys. I just have buys for free. Okay, so new idea. New idea. Okay, yeah, that's right. Well, we need more buys. Okay, should we trash a card or just buy a ducat without trashing a copper? They have one goat herd, so it's not a huge... Did they play their goat herd? They did play the goat herd, though they also shuffled deck, so... Well, okay. I'm becoming increasingly unsure of myself as the day goes on. I'm gonna do this. Okay, we drew the seer, that's good. Makes me happy. They're probably gonna trash at least a couple cards. Maybe they'll go hog wild on the ducats and really let me draw. I wanted another buy. Is what I wanted. I wanted another buy. We can start getting some peddlers. Maybe we just go hard on the peddler seer ducat for a little bit. I don't know. This is all confusing to me. And that may be worse than like getting up to platinum and buying really good cards rather than inexpensive okay cards. Or they get a second counterfeit, right? They're all in on counterfeit stuff. It's okay. It's okay. It's all okay. We just never trash the coppers. That's the new strat. Seems unlikely that that's the new strat. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. That's probably not the strat. Woohoo! And I got these goat herds. They're like super lab things. They're pretty cool. They're even gonna get a ducat here because they're like, he's drawn deck. Let's just let him draw deck. I assume that's what the copper holdbacks are. It's just like, oh yeah, they're drawing deck, who cares? Which I think is a, perfectly reasonable thing to do. What is the last card? Is it another copper? So they got Emporium. I'm not super in love with the Emporiums as far as that goes. You can do a pretty cute thing here where you do like you can return the Emporiums and rebuy them. There's technically endless points here. I don't know if that like pans out to being really good or not. It's still like you got to pay $5 to score 2 points, so it's a little expensive in that respect, but and a buy. But it is a thing that exists. You can have if you have $20 or $25, let's say you get them all. Let's say you own all the Emporiums, you have $25 and 5 buys, you can score 10 VP a turn. I think it probably loses to a deck that empties the colonies, but maybe I'm wrong. It's a cute interaction in any case. What do I have now? I need to like put in a little bit of power now for sure. So we could go like Ducat. Peddler Commerce. I'm not sure. I'm never sure. I've never been sure of anything in my life. It would be fun to like do a counterfeit thing, but you worry. At least I would worry about making Goatherd too good. Like if they sincerely are going to play 2 counterfeits a turn, like that's cheap lab. No, they may not do that forever. But really do need to get yourself in some way of buying colonies. I could fail to draw here fairly easily. It's like a bad mix of expensive and coppers on top could do it to me. The Ducats you would much rather be still in the deck than in the hand, for sure. That's pretty bad. Trash is a Ducat. They just want buys. They just want to get all the peddlers, I guess. I don't know. Feel like I'm like a turn behind, although I don't really know why I feel like that. But I do sort of feel that way. Okay, that was good. Do I just have 4 Duckett? I'm confused. No, I have 3 and they have 0 now. I love Duckett. Why are they killing their Duckett? Am I gonna trash or am I gonna like buy another Duckett? It's just that's all I'm gonna do for this game. Just buy Duckett. Okay. Top deck's a copper. Okay. What's this doing for us? I wonder. What is the 5th? Does the 5th Duckett do much? Maybe not. 5th one may not do a whole lot. It kind of feels like I can't decide if you just want to do commerce stuff. One of these turns, they're not going to play as many counterfeits, and then I'm going to be sad. But they right now they're playing the counterfeits, and then I mean, then I don't have a problem drawing deck. You can definitely add more money quicker with commerce than you can with platinum, but it's like at what cost? What? At what cost? And are we in risk or in risk? I don't think that's. Are we at risk of pile outs? Question mark? Not right now. There's gotta be a good thing to do here. We could just go platinum, seer, peddler. That's not ridiculous, to be honest. The other thing is like some amount of counterfeit in commerce. Like we could go counterfeit, seer, peddler, commerce. That's a little greedy, depending on how they go. I mean, we had 3 overdraw here, but it could go bad. Could go very bad. It's also not clear you want that many golds, like at all. So you could do the order a little different. You could do you could just take 2 golds. This is gonna not work. This is gonna not work. Pretty good opening hand though. I mean, if I have to, I'll horse a peddler and rebuy it. Like, that's not a huge deal. I guess in theory, if all those patricians activate, I had like 6 overdraw. So that's not impossible to do with my deck. So maybe it wasn't such a absurd set of buys. You still are pretty low on gains compared to me because they they went for heavy gains on that one turn, and then I didn't really fully understand it, to be honest, but like you didn't have to buy that many peddlers. Even the goat herds cantripping is like workable, in my opinion. The more counterfeits they get, then they have more threat on the gains at the end. But right now I probably have a little more. We're not really that low on piles. I expect a seer, though they don't have seer. They don't have a lot of cards that seer can draw, actually. They don't really have any. So yeah, Visor probably makes a lot more sense. We could horse this first goat herd, I guess. Actually, it's not clear that I horse goat herds over peddler, since I probably will have loose buys. I guess we don't have to do either one of them yet. We can just do... We can wait and see. This would kind of be nicer to play the patrician with a not blind. Okay, well, we got a little lucky there. Probably it's worth it. I mean, if they do a big trash, then the single goat herd is doing quite a bit for us there. What? Okay. I think I left some draw down there, so it's probably pretty good. Or as like a hand goes. Hey, I have a lot of money. Good for me. Pardon me. So we go like... Could get another counterfeit ourselves. I didn't make a 3-pile or anything, did I? I'm kind of paranoid of that. Well, we lost one of the goat herds. Pretty sad. Eventually, I mean, it may be that they never do a super big trashing turn until a turn where they're ending the game anyway, so then it's not so scary. I mean, it's not so bad to lose the goat herd, I guess is what I mean to say. What do I... They'll probably just draw anything anyway, right? How many cards did I trash? Just one card? I guess they can horse it. Guess it just didn't matter. Is the bigger, not the bigger, but the actual fact of the matter. I kind of like the fact that I'm adding coffers to my deck too, to my pile, not really in my deck, but we're still very far from a pile out. They didn't get that many golds, right? They have a lot of counterfeits. They have a lot of counterfeits. I think they can fail to draw at some point. Well, failing to draw, I guess, is not super likely in these decks, given the way of the horse. Guess that's true. Is 6 buys. Get a peddler. I wonder if they'll draw that. I mean, they can make a lot of money if they draw it. So we'll have to see. They only trash one card. Okay. We keeping the goat herd? I guess we'll keep it. This is fine. It was mostly just nice to not have the... Like, what do they can like triple colony maybe? But that's gonna probably lose. They're not like emptying the provinces or anything. So, I mean, they're not gonna quad. Though we also don't necessarily need to push that hard on them either. We're gonna be kind of close to quad on our turn. I think I'll probably take the last peddler. I wonder if I had drawn all the ducats if I had been in range for pile out. Guess I probably wouldn't have had the money. Since that's like 5s. We could get another counterfeit. What are like 11? And I wouldn't have been too far from it. Would have been like 33. I could have got to 10 buys, I think. So I wasn't a million miles away, but what happens if I take a counter? Well, if I score, then they aren't gonna be able to do that with scoring. Not enough. Well, maybe 8 times 5, 40. I don't think they have $40. So we're gonna get a peddler. I'm pretty sure we get a peddler. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out the coffers before I do the peddler stuff. Annoying. Four. It's been 3 and we could go colony advisor counterfeit peddler. I'm a little worried that that opens up a 3 pile, but I don't think they have the games for that. What did I decide this would be? It would be like advisor 13. I need 24. This seems okay-ish. Though I'm gonna be in a similar situation here. So I'll be willing to like horse peddlers for sure. Isn't Seer kind of bad for them? I don't know. What? That's nonsense. That's like the only, there's a silver in there too, but that's like the only searable things they even have in deck. I'm terrified that they like actually have like a pile out. That seems not like a possibility, but I mean, I have a pretty bad hand. But what can you do? It's the ducats in hand is awful. Maybe they can quad colony. What do they have? They have 3 counterfeits, right? Yeah, they have 3 counterfeits. So counterfeit. 13. Or sorry, 15. 21. 27. Plus whatever else. It's $7, I guess. 27 is 34. 35. How many golds do they have? Plus the silver. They might have quad. I don't know if quad is safe, but they might have it. I wonder if you don't play the... I wonder if you just horse the advisor. You probably just horse the advisor. You got to see what they do first, but... They're not counterfeiting counterfeits, so that's... You know, they're not... going for that. We can find our goat herd. That's nice. That would be nice. I probably will just horse the advisor. Probably just horsing everything. I mean, if I draw the money, I think I can triple, which in colonies would be huge. I'm not sure what they're doing here. So they could have $5 more for sure. Because they could counterfeit the counterfeits. That'd be $5 more. No, not $5 more. $2 more. I'm something else. Anyway, that'd be $2 more. That would be 38. So I guess they were just don't have more gold. Well, they have some gold. Do they have some gold unplayed, or are those gone? I have 4. There's 1. Do they have another gold? Oh, I have 5 golds. That's just this one. They gave me the ducat. Oh, they did give me the ducat. So when I was talking about the buys, I was just wrong. I think it wasn't 10 buys. It would have been 9. Would have been 9 buys. Can't you just put Way the Horse in any set and it's a no terminal set, or pig? Just do that. I don't remember if Way the Pig is in no terminals. It'd be pretty funny if it was, though. Or like all of the ways that are like that, like Way of the Ox. Is it Ox? I don't remember which one's the Necro. This one took a long time, though. Can I get to, like, if they don't score enough, can I get to $40 and, I have 3 counterfeits, so that's 5 plus 18, 23 plus 6, 29 plus 4 and 4 again, I guess, or 4 and 3 is 7. Not too far from it. Depends on how many of the peddlers, I guess, stick around. I guess estates might also be... It might be a play to counterfeit ducats, and that might give us enough buys to do estates with something. I'm not sure. But they're scoring a little more in any case. I certainly have enough to triple. That's clear to me, so... I don't really... Not a big fan of that particular play by Chorus. I think triple is just too easy for me. I didn't have quad. They didn't have to. They didn't have to present that. Now I didn't. Got to 40 though, so. But if they had outscored so that the Emporiums didn't work, we would have had to then check the estate stuff. Maybe there was a thing that way too. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad to get out of there with that. I'm not sure what the difference there was. There were certainly some things I didn't like about what they did, but also some things I didn't like about what I did, so not sure. This is a Nocturne mix. As you can now see. 5-2 looks probably not very good. I don't really know though. I mean, you can. I don't know if imps alone are gonna make it work. There's potential for a madman into a big crypt. I think the 5-2 does look pretty bad. I think the hermit and the madman are just gonna be too useful here. And some of the attack stuff that you maybe would be interested in on 5 is pretty underwhelming partly because of hermit. So I'm not super happy. Maybe they have it. Maybe they have it as well. I mean, the one thing you could try is like you could try courtier opening. It's not crazy. I guess the question is like, just how built up are you gonna go for here? I'm not 100% clear it works out, though probably it does. So, could be trouble. Here we get a lamp, which is cool. I'm pretty excited for that. Probably just gonna go. You know what? I'll take another gold. I think the golds are okay. Guess the other option is 3 and buy, but that doesn't. I'm gonna get a border village anyway, so. I don't know. Do they have enough stuff to activate yet? They didn't really add stuff for activating, so I don't. Maybe I should have bought a secret cave on my other one. Surely they need to figure out. I mean, they need to add some 6th cards. So yeah, I think Humble Castle is fine. I guess that's a question for me as well now, is whether I would like a Devil's Workshop or just a secret cave to try and get a crypt thing going. Worth thinking about. I don't know what I said in the past 5 seconds. I think it was nonsense. Devil's Workshop does have something to it, but it does not help you activate. You're kind of wanting one madman to activate or just get real lucky, and then the next madman to like draw a wish and a bunch of coppers, something like that. Okay. I think I'll keep the hermits. Which is to say, I think I'll gain a hermit with this hermit. I think I'm okay with not buying. I have the 6 cards now. So activation is possible for me anyway. I don't need to get like a gladiator or a silver or something like that. Crypt seems fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you know you got Madmen coming up, it seems good. I don't know, do they have gain in play? So they're activating this way. That's good for them. They're probably just, you know, close to 1 at this point. Well, there's a lot of game. There is a lot of game. I think probably the right play on the opening is to bite the bullet and just take the hermit and hope one of theirs misses the shuffle or whatever bad things happen to them that help you come back. It's just, of course, a sad split. Not super in love with the idols. Maybe they're fine. Obviously, what they do here is not hugely important. Because they're just 1, but you know. Guess I should have bought Crypt there and I know, like, you can curse me, but I can mostly trash it, so I find it a little, maybe it'll work, like if then they're gonna buy another one, I guess, or something. I would certainly have not used all the wishes on idol. I think that's incorrect. I would probably have gotten 1 crypt at least, but so be it. We get some play though. We get some play still. That's my I don't know what that means when I'm saying that, but it sounds pretty cool, right? Right? Maybe it doesn't. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 10. 10 is kind of cool. I could do 10. Probably. You do a crypt. We can just gain a crypt off our wishes if it works out that way, right? We need to be on the provinces, I feel like. That's what I feel like, and maybe I'm full of it. But I feel like we need to be like, if we get a madman turn into a wish, then we can do that. getting cursed. That wasn't so bad. Madman, yay. I'll just discard. Let me discard here. Okay. I think we're gonna lose, but I do have a courtier. And I have wishes, which means I can get castles or duchies. They can't do that. So good for me. Where's my multi-types? Where are the old multi? Oh, I know where they are. They're right here in the pile. What happens when you crumble? What does crumbling do? I can get small, but I can't get haunted too, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, I can also just try and like have threat on the duchies here. Like if I get if I wish for a duchy, so that could also be a crumbling castle wish as well, right? It's the same. Oh, it's not the same number of points. Let's write. Or wait. I know better. I mean, I don't really know better, but I ought to know better. All right, we didn't get any cool stuff. See, like this is the thing. Then they're gonna duchy dance with me. I'm fine with that. Let's do it. I'm up for a dance. I'm down to dance. What should the hermit? What should I gain though? Like just a silver? I don't think we want an estate. It's like now, what are they gonna do? They've got to be afraid, even though I don't actually have it in hand. But they do. They have to be a little afraid. Oh. I also don't get to trash a curse with this hermit, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's like they have to be a little afraid. They can't just go for it. And like now I can still they still have a lot of cards in their crypt, okay. I can take the gold in hopes that enables me to do a secret cave discard. Well, what would that take off the draw to get to? Interesting. Crumbling Castle should like put I should put a silver into your hand. It should be like whatchamacallit, rocks. We can double duchy. We just can't I guess we can actually okay. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, world. We'll do it this way. I could still think about doing the castle stuff, but I think I'd rather let that come of its own accord, I guess. I don't know if that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna not trigger. And I'm gonna gain the points this away. I did pull a copper off my or a gold off my mat, of course, but I'm not sure that this was correct. Unfortunately, we're going to get to some point where course is just like, whatever, I'll just go for it. And then when they do that, they'll definitely make it, and I'll have some terrible hand. So, that's the risk we're running. I could have gone crumble small, but I'm not sure if, doing that without the shuffle triggered would have been, that might have been the play, actually. I'm not clear on it. They're just going to go for it. I know it. Why else play all this stuff? They're just going to buy it now, and then I'm going to miss, and then they're going to dry 8. We already know how it's going to go. I'm not confused about that. Maybe they won't buy anything and get a mammoth. I wonder if there was a point where I think you probably had to buy everything, and I guess here I could have gotten. Maybe this should have been like Estate Madman, like keep a copper. I still couldn't have triggered a shuffle because that would have still been very bad. I'm gonna do this time. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but it makes me look a little scarier, you know. Maybe this turn should have been, gain duchy off Border Village and then not buy anything. Maybe take an estate off the Hermit, trashing Curse, and then buy nothing and get the can't hit a multi-type. I do have some. I don't have a bunch, but I have some. What is what point do I take the province? They had one idle here, but then they're shuffling. And you can wait. You can try and wait till the crypts are gone, I guess. Unfortunately, small castle, is a point for them. I can take buy, have 7. What does the win look like for me? Like, what kind of pile outs or anything can happen that if people just kind of start mucking around, it can work out for me. Still have quite a few golds. Could we just go hard on points? Well, we'll run out. Will it even work? And then we're gonna get into the castle stuff for sure. We do it that way. It's a puzzler to me. This can't be right. There's just no way. Earth's Gift. That might have been nice at some point when the if Crumbling was still there. I mean, it's okay for Estate too, but maybe. I don't know. They didn't take Border Village. They're afraid of, I guess, the 3 pile, which is fair. I can live with them doing Haunted. They have $6. All of the stuff is over. All the if I had taken a Hermit last turn instead, or if I had taken double Estate, then we could win right now, but we didn't, but that's okay. I don't even have enough to buy a I don't even have enough to buy a... Man, imagine if we had drawn Small Castle. That would have been wild. Okay, well, if they don't Province... I guess we still have tie. Well, now we don't have tie anymore. They're gonna buy a Province. I mean, you have to buy a Province. Maybe they'll buy Opulent. If they buy Opulent, I win, but... Okay. Yeah, you have to buy Province there, I think, as Chorus. Like, at this point, you can't hold... Because, if I have Hermit, then it's just GG, pretty much. Yeah, I think you have to buy Province there. I think you can be fairly certain that you ought to buy Province there too. I think I think me drawing Hermit and a $3 or like maybe core tier and a dual type to get a buy has got to be more likely than me hitting 8 in the immediate next turn. Maybe I'm wrong, but that would be my guess. All right, we got Menagerie for the last one. I do think they must have... I'm not totally... Like I said, I would have liked to see a second crypt from Chorus, and then I think the Province Rush thing would work a little better. They were also just, more clean, which means they have more flexibility for building up and kind of putting themselves into a position where they can pursue castles or provinces at whichever one kind of looks better to them at the moment, rather than just diving straight into provinces, which gives me kind of it gives me a path, a fairly clear path for how I can win, which is just to keep pace on provinces and, in that case, use the wishes to take duchies to make the penultimate provinces look scary for Chorus. So I think they were too afraid of him. At least a couple points. Obviously, I have the advantage of seeing my hand at those points, but it certainly felt to me like they could have taken Province a time or two, and it would have been the better play compared to what they did. It's certainly the last one. I'm pretty convinced of that. All right, so this board, I was gonna try to hit Sanctuary, and then I don't know. There's a couple of things you can try to do, I guess. This is there's a lot of stuff here. I'm not sure the draw direction exactly, because there are options there. If you have a bunch of villages, you can gain horses off supplies and just weigh the squirrel them. That's a thing. There's some villa play and curse village potential or things like that. Might take a mint if you get a mint. So I'm not totally clear on this. Certainly seems pretty good to get. I mean, you can also get a couple sanctuaries and not try to mint. So if you get a lucky mint hand, you know, why not? Because the mint can be squirreled as well. Pretty nice. I might take sheepdog here. I mean, the other possibility is probably supplies. Fishing village is okay too. You could maybe do fool's gold stuff later on. I'm not sure I'm like super into it at the start. You also don't need a huge number of... Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. Second patron or like a sheepdog already. He's pretty good. Guess I'm going to play the horse and try to get to 5. There's a sad draw possibility. No, there's not. Take that back. Yeah, so course didn't hit 5 with their though it's gonna happen here. Well, maybe not. They may hit 5 and be able to just do the squirrel the horse. Anyway, I have to do this. There's a bad draw. Sad and bad. Did I already buy a sheepdog? I had no idea. I literally had no clue. Apparently I would not have gotten a second sheepdog, I don't think, yet. But they lose a horse. That's pretty funny locus there. Ooh, I could try to hit 5. But the horse is on top, so it's like a... let's not. Let's just say... I mean, I guess if it missed, we could villa, but... I'm gonna like have 1,000 sheepdogs and just use the supplies to get the actions off of them. That's not crazy, actually. And even if you don't, you can just do whatever. Do whatever means you can just, when you buy something, you can, I mean, you're going to gain some cards. So if you're just playing the sheepdog at the end, you don't really have to. It's not a special interaction with supplies, excepting if you're doing like some villa stuff. Then there's some additional potential things, but I'm going to buy a card most turns. So in those instances, not really There's nothing exciting going on there. Should we try and draw? I mean, we should try and draw the supplies, or the sanctuary rather. Guess we should continue to try to draw it. There's not a real reason not to cycle. Yeah, this is all. Because you get back to pretty much where you were, and then okay. We could have also minted there. I'm gonna see if they'll. Now the mint has a fishing village trick, or not a fishing village, like a sheepdog trick. What do I want to do to make money? Should I try the fool's golds? I guess if I was going to do that, I probably should have bought a fool's gold last turn, but now they've got a thing. They have a deck too. Not as clean as my deck. So it'd do fool's gold. They still have they have a nice deck for sure. They have to do the cursed, so they're losing all their supplies. Well, I'll be. Okay. And I don't have any money, which is all right. I probably should have bought a fool's gold rather than a fishing village, to be honest, because we would have drawn in, and yeah, it would have been a little nicer than this. Let's see if the money makes much of a difference. We have 3, 5. We can get to 6. 6 probably doesn't matter. They do have more buys than me. Need to add buys, which could be like buying a villa this turn. We could do like Sanctuary Villa and then draw it and then have another buy. Just sort of what they're going for here to some degree. They should have probably, well, I don't know exactly what their money came out to be. As long as I get 4 of the Fool's Golds, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Three even is fine-ish. We do need to get 3 though, I think. Okay. Oh, they played the villa. They didn't use the gain. Surely they want to use the villa, get the buy. I have to imagine. We need to tell Course about /undo, I think, though. You can even get another villa, though. That's maybe pushing it. I hope they don't find their cursed village, because this is enough to actually just dead stop. Even with a single, with just a single squirrel. This is enough to dead stop, potentially. They have like 10 stop cards. Okay, so they're just buying a cursed village. Alright, makes sense. Well, that didn't really, but it was going to be a problem anyway, right? Yeah, it was going to be a problem anyway. I don't think it matters, but we'll just find out, I guess. How much money is this? Is it $9 at least? Because we need to save. Well, we may not be able to get the. How much is this? 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. It's 9. Then we wouldn't have any money. Well, we could buy off Fool's Gold. How do I want to do this with these? We could get another. We could get another villa as a way of upping the gains. The Fool's Golds are going to be gone, though. It still might be good to up the gains. I don't know that we care about a villager versus draw here. We could even get another villa, though that might be greedy. How many stop? Because we've added, well, we did do quite a few Way the Squirrels, but we'd be up to 4 buys. We got 1 horse on top. I will try it. I'm not sure it's correct. They have a cursed village still. Oh. So they're gonna be. I mean, the one thing. I guess once the villas are gone, then their deck is gonna be worse at drawing than mine a little bit, though they can, weigh the squirrel a bunch of the villas as well. I guess the issue will be like if there's a turn where they can get enough of it in play to like empty the supplies. That'll be a little scary. But probably they'll green some here. And they can of course add sheepdogs or whatever to possibly open up that a little bit. It's a really interesting board. I think my mistake, and I did mention at the time, was when I bought a second supplies. That should have been a fool's gold for sure. When I did the mint. Or whatever I got. Maybe I got a fishing village. Should have been a fool's gold though. Yeah, I got a fishing village. So the actions might have gotten awkward, I'm not sure. But I think it should have been a fool's gold. Yeah, I mean, Course could buy a bunch of sheepdogs. I don't think there's any kind of pile out available yet. You can chain a little bit, but I would expect them to green a little bit. And you can, well, they don't have enough money for that. I was going to say you could even do like Province Sanctuary Villa and get the province set aside. I may look for something like that. It may not be safe for me to lower the supplies either. They don't have a supply, so they can't mint for one. Now if they gain a supplies, they may want to buy supplies as well so that they have more threat with the mint as far as the gains go. Coven I don't like. I certainly don't like two. One I can kind of see as like just a points play. Like it's just a way to get the separation on the versus people just buying provinces, but I don't really like two covens there. Maybe it'll work out. I mean, it'll be a fair bit of points across a couple turns. Let me count that one. They're gonna need. I have enough fool's golds that's not worth it, especially not to take them out of hand. So, what did they end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have 7 buys. Wow, that's too many. That is too many buys. They may even have a purse pile out the next turn, depending on how many provinces I can get here. Which is unclear. I don't know how bad the supplies. I don't know why I played both those villas. That may be a mistake. They could fail to draw. I'm kind of wondering if I can take the villas away, I guess. Or if they have enough sheepdog that they'll... Because they only weigh the squirrel 1 card. They don't have... They have like 2 sheepdogs. And maybe a horse. 1 horse. So if they can't offload the things and do villa, the risk of course is that I just die, right? They just empty they draw good enough. Like if they have, there's lots of situations where they draw good enough, I guess, is the problem. It could get them stuck too, but it's not free in any case. And it costs a fair bit for me to do it too. I would probably squirrel them, so it would help my draw a little bit, but I need to get a province out of it, and I don't know how much money I have. Sort of annoying. Like I have a fair bit of money. I feel like I should try it. I feel like it's my best shot of them just having a bad enough draw. I don't know if it's all that likely to happen. Pretty annoying. How much money do I have though? That's worth figuring out. 1, 5, 9, 13, 15, 20, $22. I can double and do the villas, so that's something. Well, sort of can. I can, though I would have to not not squirrel them, which is a bit annoying. But let's say I'm squirreling 4 things, which should be possible. That's probably okay. They have at least one fool's gold in hand. They could also react those to get them out of hand. It might be useful. Okay, we'll see what happens. Probably bad. Probably they just win. Man, they have this. They're gonna play Curse Village with like 3. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, rats. Oh wait. Hey. Hey. They're gonna do province. They again now don't have a lot of. Oh no, the sheepdogs. I didn't even look at the sheepdogs. I still think what I did was right. I think they were lucky. I shouldn't be too salty, but I think they were. Oh no, he got kicked. Must have had a server restart. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. That was a bit of a heartbreaker at the end. I think I did make a mistake in the middle of it, though, for sure. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I don't know if I play any more pardon me. Play any more mix or not. Maybe not. But I will see you later.